So actually, first question comes from a Sky colleague and a former teammate of yours, Jamie Carragher. I spoke to him not so long ago, a couple of hours ago, and he said, ask him if he's the best player in training, or the best passer, rather.
The best player, no? The best passer, I wouldn't say I am the best, but I still can kick the ball. I enjoy it. I can't refrain that.
Yeah, so that came up in the press conference, that you're quite involved with the players, you train with them, you play in the small-sided games. Does that actually help in terms of working with them? I just wonder, nothing you're asking them to do, you can't do yourself. So maybe they see that example, and that actually helps you to get your ideas across a little bit?
Well, for me it's important to create that connection with the players, that they understand why we do things, and if some of them they are in that process to learn, I am happy to help. But yeah, I feel natural, I feel close to them. I like to have the impact during the week that we are preparing well, and some players they are already the final product, they are already learn so much. Other ones they are young and they need to take steps and to learn things. So for that we are trying to train every day hard, and I like it that way.
So I was looking at it, and it feels to me, I don't know why this is, that you only left the Premier League 5 minutes ago. Your last game in the Premier League was 17 years ago. Does that feel odd to you? Does it feel like it was more recent than that?
You, as you said, it's a long time, but it still feels so fresh, because I have followed, even since I left, I have always followed the Premier League, all the clubs, and I have been really, because many people, really close friends, they have been in the game, so I have followed a lot, but now to be back and on the pitch, it's going to be exciting.
I have this sense, and again, I don't really know why I have it, that I always felt like you were going to come back, like you were comfortable in this country and in this league. Is that fair? Is that right?
I love the game. I really enjoy football, and I really have good memories from playing in the Premier League. So I knew that, or I wanted at one stage to feel back those memories. Now, the good ones are as a player. Now, the other ones are as a manager. And the thrill of the game, the intensity, the excitement, the competitiveness of the Premier League is now as high as ever. And to come here to face this challenge, it's something that motivates me a lot.
How do you think the league has changed? Because listening to the little bit you said there, other interviews, you seem like a real student of the game, and you must be to coach at the level you're coaching. So from the Premier League you walked into to what we see today?
Well, it's changed a lot. I think that at that times, probably the gap between the top teams and the rest of the league, the teams, was bigger. Now I would say that this gap has reduced a lot. So even there are more top teams than there used to be. And that means that the resources of each club, they are bigger. The clubs, they prepare very well. They are very professional. They are very sophisticated. The standards are really high in all the 20 clubs of the Premier League. Top coaches, top players, modern players, that they are able to play on a top level, in a high level during 90 minutes. That for me is the biggest difference to other leagues comparing, and that's why it's so tough. It's game, and we will have to give our best for each one.
I just wonder, I'll be interested to hear what you think about this. Does the Premier League we see today, with a lot of focus on tactical detail, like way more than when it started in 1992, does that begin around about the time that you came to the Premier League in 2004? I feel like because obviously that's when Mourinho comes here, it's when Benitez goes to Liverpool, and I feel like that is, well, maybe that's the beginning of a more tactically focused Premier League.
I will have to have lived the previous era when there was not that much tactical approach, but I certainly remember that those years were really challenging in terms of preparation. It was not just go and play. It was about preparing. Rafa for sure, he loved that, and those years helped me a lot to improve not just my football, my understanding of the things. And for sure, we were facing against the Chelsea of Mourinho, that they were really top team. Mo was in a great moment at that time, and it was very fascinating to prepare each game for playing against Chelsea.
I just wonder, is the Chelsea of that era in your mind at all now? I know it's different times and...
Absolutely, it's changed, but I do remember the feeling of coming to Stamford Bridge. And you felt that, wow, we come to visit this tough team, that they are so competitive, that they are the ones to beat. And that feeling that it was really tough to play in Stamford Bridge, it's something that is still fresh in my mind, even if it's, like you said, 17 years. But yeah, it takes time, but it will be great to have this feeling back again.
Yeah, and another thing that you seem very focused on is adding to the experience and the leadership within your group. And that's something, if you look back at that Mourinho Chelsea team, that had that streak of leadership right through it.
As you said, it's very difficult to compare because it's 20 years ago and now. But yes, we need to above the football qualities, above the tactics. For me, is the soul of the team spirit. If we are able to connect, to have this good energy that we share, this is a process. It's not in one day you create that, but we start feeling it and we start enjoying it. That will be for me the strongest force and strength of this team.
That's an interesting one though. How does a manager create a soul? That feels like something that is beyond the training pitch.
Yeah, but sometimes it's to have the focus and to create dynamics and to create this, to put that. When you focus in one thing, you tend to improve those things. When you don't focus that much, maybe they are not that important. But for me, this is very important. But as I tell you, this is a process, takes time, but I'm sure that what we started will get better with the games.
So do you think sometimes in the media there's too much focus on, for example, what formation?
No,
there's a lot of that sort of three at the back, but
we take a lot of focus on that as well. So it's not that only on this thing and we don't take focus, but it needs to, for me, to create a top team, a good team is with one thing. The excellent teams, when they share both things, and we need to. I really enjoy as well the football thing, to understand the process, the formation, the movement, the approaches. I love that part, but this other part is not that tangible, not that easy to understand, but you see that in a team when a team has that soul, that power, you recognize that.
So do you think in terms of formation and approach, you'll be flexible rather than having one idea, this is what we do, you'll adapt sort of game to game?
Yeah, we tend to, more than in a picture, to have principles that we are in movement, and those can be in one formation, in the other formation. We have players that they have flexibility enough to play in different ones, so that gives us possibilities to prepare with our own identity.
Because there's been a lot of sort of, I've certainly read quite a bit on whether you'll play three at the back. Certainly looking at pre-season, it looks like you will at times, but equally you see lots of different teams. Certainly in possession, the defensive midfielder will drop in or a fullback will come around. So lots of teams are playing three at the back in certain parts of a match.
Yeah. So it's you see each team it's now so but it's very sophisticated now to prepare each game and to know what they're gonna do, because each team they prepare so well. They are so talented, the coaches, the players as well. So they are flexible, and to expect just one thing probably is not enough. You need to have more options in your in your pocket or wherever. Yeah.
What makes you so sort of curious and hungry to want to keep doing what you do, to keep sort of operating at the top level? I've certainly listened to sort of top players, had the career that you've had, and the hunger to keep sort of testing yourself, to keep exposing yourself to this level of scrutiny. It's not there in every top player, but obviously for you to be sat here, it is there in you.
As I've said before, I love the football, I love the game, so I try to enjoy it in every circumstance. And now I'm here, I'm motivated. It's something that is in my guts to be part of it. And when I have the chance, I go 100%, giving my best. I was now for 6 months without him. I was so relaxed. But once I feel it, I say, yes, I like it. I start thinking, yes, I like it. Come on, let's go. And then I go full commit because it's I guess that it's in my veins since I was a child. I enjoyed it as a player. Now I am enjoying it as a coach.
So there was no time during that 6 months where you thought, yeah, I proved enough. I could get used to this.
No. It was okay. I use my time. I'm not in a rush. And whenever something comes that I feel it, that it doesn't come out of my head, I know that is the right one.
So how do you get the best out of that? Let's say you start with it, but João Pedro, Cole Palmer, Morgan Rogers. It seems, just looking at it, with, for example, João Pedro's ability to drop deep and get on the ball, Cole Palmer's vision, Morgan Rogers' movement. That seems, just to look at it from, I'm not a coach or anything, but that their different qualities seem to work really well as a three.
Yeah, we are thrilled and we are so happy with the squad that we have built. Not just these three players, other players, but we have found a good balance in terms of the squad, in terms of qualities, in terms of personalities, in terms of different stages. And these guys, they are young, but they are mature. They know what it takes to compete in the Premier League, and they will be key to have a great season. How? They need to feel it. They need to have this flow. They need to enjoy the game for sure with responsibility, knowing what the team needs. But the better they feel, the better we will play.
How do you get the best out of Morgan Rogers? He's obviously had an incredible rise over the last few years, but is he going to have to adapt? This is something I actually spoke to him about. Again, I'm not a coach, but Unai Emery's style of football seems to create a lot of transitions, and he's a great ball carrier, and Emery's football gets him in those situations quite a lot. Maybe your football's a bit more possession-based, a bit more methodical, and he'll have to change a little?
Our game is whatever it takes. So when we have to do transition, when we need to have good control, I think Morgan can do it, and all the rest players, they need to understand what it takes, because this is to be competitive. You have a plan, you have an idea, you have a style, but sometimes the game demands something different. Are you able to adapt to that and to be competitive in that momentum as well? If we are able to understand that and to do that, we will win more games.
How have you found working with Cole Palmer, personality-wise?
Different players, they need different connections, and Cole, for sure, he's very analytical. I think that he's smart. You need to give him his space to connect, but I'm really enjoying it because he's top talented, and with little he understands a lot. So it's been very, very interesting.
Okay, lastly then, we've talked about it. You've been away from this league for a long time. Can't wait to get going?
Can't wait.